And so the more that you root and ground, the more that your physical body is going to feel safe, the more that your emotional body is going to feel safe, the more that your spiritual body and your mental body and your inner child and your ego are going to feel safe. And why would you even want the ego to feel safe? Well, the ego assists you in navigating certain aspects of your life. And so we want these aspects of your navigation system, of your lens of reality, to feel safe, because when they feel safe, they make different decisions and they impact you and they influence you in a different way. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here. I'm being guided to channel a message today. So if you're new to me, I love channeling messages from the Akashic Records. If you are interested in learning more about the Akashic Records, we have our Soul Evolution Masterclass Series extravaganza. It's absolutely free. It starts February 17th. It's a 10-day series, Monday through Friday for 2 weeks, where we're doing Akashic Record readings, healings, ancestral healings, soul lineage healings, channelings, so much. We're manifesting all sorts of different things. So if you're interested, you can go to theamyrobeson.com/masterclass, theamyrobeson.com/masterclass. We'll put the link in the show notes in the description so you can click on that. We also are giving away some really awesome prizes. So don't miss that. And if you're watching this after or listening to this after we've done the series, you can always join our wait list and get information when we're going to host it again. But this is going to be a massive event because there's so many things that are coming in that I can't wait to share. So let's chat about this message. First off, every word, deed, thought from the moment your soul is incepted is recorded in the Akashic field. And the guardians want to give us love and guidance and support in any and all areas of our life. And so sometimes I love doing channel messages on the show just because, one, it's fun, and two, sometimes there's just like some really strange things going on in the collective. And so whatever this message does for you, I pray that it just helps you in so many different ways. Whatever resonates, keep it. Whatever doesn't, leave behind the rest. Okay, so with that being said, take a deep breath. The guardians are saying that it's really important for us to start embodying the connection with the earth. And let me say that slightly different. The first thing that they were showing me is green, like a lot of green. And so I'm like, is that the heart space? No, it's a connection with the earth, because we are spending too much time indoors, too much time on our screens, too much time outside of being outside. And so what does that mean? It's really important to take nature's best medicine, and that is nature itself. That's Mother Earth herself, and go outside. When you're having a stressful day, when you are having, your thoughts are just cluttered or you're not feeling good, go spend some time outside. And that might be taking a walk, that might be just sitting on the porch, that might be going to a park, that might be going to a lake or an ocean or a river. Wherever it is, it's really important that you spend more time outside. And if you are in a place where you're like, it's too cold outside, your body requires different exposures to different heats and different temperatures because it helps with healing the physical body. Let me say that slightly different. Hot exposure and cold exposure assist the body in a way that can support with bringing inflammation down. And so by going outside and exposing yourself when it is cold outside, and you practice safety, like putting some gloves on, a hat, and going outside, that fresh air, that cold exposure can be really, really healthy for your nervous system, your immune system. Obviously, talk to your doctor if you have something medically going on, but going outside and exposing yourself to heat, trust me, like when it's hot outside here in the South, I don't want to go outside. That's like the last thing I want to do because it feels gross. But I also know that it's good for my body, my physical body. It's also good for my emotional, my mental, and my spiritual body because I'm getting that nature's medicine that wants to support me. The other thing that the guardians are saying besides going outside is by connecting with earth, you're going to start connecting more with that earth element, which as these newer frequencies are coming in, because we're moving into the age of Aquarius, being grounded and rooted in love will support you in exploring deeper parts of your psyche, deeper parts of the shadow aspects of your being, so you can heal them, so you can let them go, and you can embody more wholeness. You can embody higher levels of consciousness. And so by going outside, by connecting more with earth, you can also root and ground. Rooting and grounding is not an option, like an optional spiritual practice. It should be a core foundational practice. Rooting and grounding throughout the day, rooting and grounding when you are feeling good, rooting and grounding when you are not feeling good. It's all essential for your ascension. And so the more that you root and ground, the more that your physical body is going to feel safe, the more that your emotional body is going to feel safe, the more that your spiritual body and your mental body and your inner child and your ego are going to feel safe. And why would you even want the ego to feel safe? Well, the ego assists you in navigating certain aspects of your life. And so we want these aspects of your navigation system, of your lens of reality to feel safe, because when they feel safe, they make different decisions and they impact you and they influence you in a different way. And so the more that you feel safe, the more you feel rooted in your body, the more you can expand your consciousness. Now, expanding your consciousness doesn't mean that you're always expanding, always expanding, always expanding. Sometimes by rooting, you actually contract your energy inward and you cocoon and you give yourself permission to pause and rest. Have you been going 1,000,000 miles an hour? Have you been going, and you feel burnt out and you feel tired? Well, sometimes it's actually necessary to root, ground, and contract inward and cocoon so that you don't hurt yourself. It's really important that you stop and recognize the signs of burnout. And this rooting and grounding and going outside and pausing and taking time for yourself and time for reflection can help with the healing process itself. So can you give yourself permission to slow down? Now, maybe you have the opposite problem. Maybe you have slowed down so much that you are having a hard time getting momentum and going. This is going to be on the flip side of the coin. So instead of being burned out, maybe you are just a sloth and you're having a hard time moving and you're having a hard time getting up and you're having a hard time getting motivated. Get outside, move your body, root, ground, and this momentum will help you get going. Sometimes people are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Sometimes people are so blinded by what spectrum they are on that they don't recognize that they're heading towards one of those opposite ends of the spectrum. And so you want to give yourself permission for reflection. This going outside and being present and rooting gives you time to, one, decompress, so like decompressing the emotions, decompressing the thoughts, but it also gives you time to reflect. Sometimes staring at your computer screen when you have a project, one of the best things you can do is actually get up and go do something else, and inspiration will flow because you're not sitting in a state where you are like I need this now. I need this to happen now. Sometimes moving your body gets the energy flowing and starts accessing information that's being held in the body, which can be wisdom from previous lifetime. It can be information from this lifetime. It could be also downloads that your guides, your masters, your teachers, your loved ones have been sending your way, and they've just been sitting in your energy field, but there's no place for them to land. And so you got to make space for them to land. And taking a moving meditation outside can be one of the most powerful things that you can do. So I want you to just take a moment and ask yourself, what is the appropriate amount of time to spend outside? And how will that impact you? So how much time do you want to spend outside? How will that impact you? And when do you want to start? Most importantly, when do you want to start? And if you're already going outside, but you feel like something is going on and you need extra support, ask yourself, what and where can you go that will give you that support? Sometimes it's going into a different area of town. Sometimes it's walking in a park instead of your neighborhood. Sometimes it's just laying in the sun for just a little bit. Sometimes it is getting near a body of water. Whatever the case is ask yourself where, when, and how that can support you, and you'll get guided towards the right thing. I know for me, going down to the marsh when I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, we had a marsh in our neighborhood, and that was always so healing for me, just because I could smell the salt in the air and you could hear all of the life that was in the marsh, and it's just beautiful. Like, it's so breathtaking. I wish I lived near water. I honestly do, because water is like such a big part of my soul. Even though I've had an aversion to it for most of my life, like, I know that I have to, like, my body craves water. And so for me, if I'm wanting to be near water, there is a creek near me. There are little lakes and things like that that I can go and visit. That's really helpful. And if I can't go there, I might go for a walk in my neighborhood, and I might look at that lake on my phone and meditate on it while I'm walking. There's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to hack the unavailable at that moment in time, because your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. And because of that, you can imagine that you're walking on a beach when you're in your neighborhood, or you're walking in the forest, because maybe you are near other things, but you really want to be in the redwoods. Like, when we lived in California, that was one of my favorite places to go, was to go and walk and hug the trees and just be with the redwoods. The trees were so magnificent and so powerful. And there's different places that I love and appreciate based on where I've lived. And anytime I'm missing one of those places, I just imagine that I'm there and I'm just being surrounded while I'm still outside in nature. And it's so magnificently beautiful. Maybe you've been on vacation before, and this particular place that you've been on vacation has been a place that really, like, calms you down, makes you feel safe, makes you feel, and you can just fill in the blank. Just imagine you're there. Imagine you are there. And your imagination will take you there. It's okay if you don't see it in your mind's eye. Just imagine that you are there, sitting, breathing, walking, playing, do whatever it is that you're doing. And it's such a powerful experience. So get outside, my friends. Get outside, connect with Mother Earth, ask for spirit, God, universe, creation, whatever sacred title you give that sacred being. Ask for support. Ask for support. Ask for support. You have free will, and you must ask for support if you're wanting support. So, all right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. Please share it with a friend. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.